Day 4, y'all. It is day 4. Y'all see that sun shining? So this morning I got up. Well, let me tell y'all. If you saw my last video, yesterday was a struggle for me. But I didn't go to sleep until like 12:30, 1 o'clock because I have something that I'm working on. And so I was up working on that, trying to get it done. So I went to sleep around like 12:30, 1 o'clock. And the reason I went to sleep, obviously because I have to sleep, but I like looked at the time and I was like, oh man, you gotta be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It didn't hit me that I said 3. So when I laid down, I was like, wait a minute, what you talking about 3? Girl, you wake up at 4 o'clock. And so I said to myself, you know what, you said 3, so we gonna set our alarm for 3. My alarm went off at 3, but my body woke up at 3:57. So I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. It's 7 o'clock right now, and I have already done my meditation. I've journaled, fed my dogs, took them out. During the week, I will exercise for about 30 to 45 minutes a day, but on the weekends, I just do yoga. So I did like 30 minutes of yoga. I read for an hour. Took me a 20-minute power nap. And now here we are because, obviously I had to post my video. But I decided yesterday that I am going to start, I said I wasn't going to make these videos about anything in the beginning, but there's no telling who's going to watch these. So I might as well make it about something. But I said I was going to start, Ace, can I do my video without you doing all that? I said I was gonna start adding this to my schedule, my daily schedule, so that I can be more consistent with when I do it, with the time that I post it and record it, and maybe even a little bit of planning. I don't know, we'll see. But because I've noticed that, like, when I don't have a schedule, my days will be so off. Like, my days will be all over the place. And so I noticed that, like, I have to, the night before, I have to write a schedule for my day, for the next day. And so I'm going to start adding this to my schedule so that I can be, it's like an accountability thing, really. But it's crazy because when I woke up this morning, like while I was meditating, I had a whole speech that I wanted to say, and now I forgot what it was. So maybe it'll come back to me for tomorrow's video, but it is not coming to me right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and end this one, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Or if I remember, then I'll just come back and add to this one. But I'm about to sit here and bask in this sun. So y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Okay, so as I sat here, I remembered what it was that I wanted to talk about. So I don't know who's familiar with Eric Thomas, but he is my favorite speaker. I listen to him every day. But I heard one of his videos one time, and he said something like, how some people can't even grind for 100 days. And so I was like, I'm about to challenge myself. I am going to focus my energy on getting to my goals for 100 days. And I started in, let's see, today's July 4th. I started the end of May. And so I told myself, even after the 100 days, if I don't see the goals that I'm trying to accomplish by the end of that 100 days, then I'm gonna keep going, because clearly I didn't do something right the first 100 days. And I have had a lot of days, not a lot of days, but I've had some days where in the beginning of doing this challenge where I just didn't do nothing. And like, I wish I could show y'all my planner. Like, I would write in there, like, say yesterday I didn't do anything, so today I would write in my planner like, yesterday was rough, but today we getting refocused. So, you know, just gotta keep yourself motivated. But man, I wish, actually, let me look in my things so I can tell y'all what day I'm on. Un momento. Sorry for my camera skills, they're not that great. Let's see, today is July 4th. It's day 40. And I will say, I am a lot further along in this thing than I really thought I would ever be. So I'm proud of myself, and I'm just gonna keep going. Like, the grind don't stop and the hustle don't quit. So I'm gonna keep going till I see where I'm trying to get. And that is what I would suggest for anybody. Like, if it's something that you're trying to get done, something that you're trying to accomplish, a goal, a dream, whatever, like, what I'm learning is that the key to it is to just keep going. Like, you cannot stop. I have had days where I have been so tired. Like, last night I was up till 1 o'clock trying to work on my business. I slept for 3 hours, and look at me, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and you would think I had a full 8 hours of sleep. Like, because I have a purpose now. Like, I have a reason to get up and to get going and to be this person that you see right now. So it's not an easy journey though, but the key is to keep going. That's where that word persistence comes in again. Like, you have to persist, you have to keep going, you have to be consistent, you have to stay motivated. Like, even on the days when, like yesterday, I didn't want to do nothing. And yesterday was especially tough because, so me and my dad, we had a little hiccup in our relationship last year. And so we haven't really, like, the past year for us has been kind of on the rocks. And so we've talked, but we haven't really talked like that. And I realized that even though I kept saying that I forgave him, I didn't realize until recently that I was still kind of feeling some resentment towards him because I've been waiting for him to apologize to me. And I realized that I had to let that go. And so he just moved into a new house, and I went with my mom yesterday. She was like helping him decorate or whatever. So I went with her. Y'all, I'm loving this sun. Oh my God. Sorry, I keep looking at myself. But I went with her yesterday, and we got to his house at about 11 o'clock. No, 11, 12, something like that. I don't know. And I didn't get home until almost 8 o'clock. Like, that was not my plan at all. I had planned yesterday on working on my business, and that's what I wanted to do. Like, I mean, I had planned to go over there, but I just didn't plan to be over there all day. And so when I got home, I told myself, I was like, you said you was gonna work on your business today, so work on your business today. Like, it doesn't matter what time it is. It don't matter what time you go to sleep. You gotta get some stuff done, because I have a goal that I'm trying to get to, and I have a very short time frame that I've given myself to get to it. And I'm gonna do what I gotta do until I get to that goal. So if I gotta be up till 12 o'clock in the morning, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, that's what I'm gonna do. But I don't know, y'all, like, I feel so good right now. And the crazy thing is, like, in the past, I've had this huge, like, fear when it came to money. And so it would be hard for me to focus on stuff because I'm like, man, I'm not seeing the money coming in. Like, I gotta survive, you know? And so I had to like learn how to let that go, because that was really keeping me stuck. Like earlier this year, I was like, I wrote down on a piece of paper. Let me say this real quick before I even get into that. When you have something that you really want, write it down on a piece of paper, like very clearly and specifically what you want, and put a date next to it, and just look at it, read it 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and before you go to sleep. And so I had written down, I'm actually gonna stand back up. I wrote down that I wanted a large sum of money to come to me in a way that was legal, but allow for me to be able to stop driving Lyft, because I started back driving Lyft in like September, and so I had been just driving, and you know, something that allowed me to stop driving Lyft, focus on my business, be able to maintain my bills, and you know, all that stuff. And so the money came to me, and when it came, like, I didn't even, because I had such a phobia around money, like, I still was driving because I was like, you know, I'm gonna just keep driving or whatever so that I have money coming in. But driving Lyft is very draining, and so like, takes a lot of your energy, especially for somebody like me. Like, I don't know how familiar y'all are with empaths, but I am one, so I absorb people's energy very easily. And so driving Lyft just used to really drain me. Like, I would get home and not want to do anything. And so I told myself, I was like, okay, you got this money in your account, this is what you asked for, so use this time to focus on your business. And so in the beginning, like, I really didn't know what I was doing. Like, I'm like, which business do I want to focus on? What direction do I want to go in? I was just confused. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I'm just sitting there, and I started to notice, like, okay, your money's starting to go away a little bit. Not go away, but you know, it's dwindling. And so I said to myself, like, you don't want to drive Lyft anymore, and you don't want to work for anybody, but you're not doing anything. And in a minute, this money is going to be gone, because you got money going out, but you don't have anything coming in. So, and that's when I really, like, I used to watch motivational speakers back in the day, but I really got heavy on it this year. And it just really helped me, like, get myself focused and keep myself motivated. And the fear of me losing that money and having to go back to driving Lyft or to go back to working in a job, like, Almond. That's my dog, Almond, y'all. The old lady. But anyway, the fear of having to go back to a job and having to drive Lyft, like, that really has been my motivation. And earlier this year, so the reason that I started driving Lyft, let me take it back to September real quick. The reason why I started driving Lyft was because last year I was getting unemployment check like everybody else, and I was just like blowing through my money, but not like blowing through it like buying stupid stuff. Like, when the pandemic hit, I had just moved into my apartment like December, and I really didn't have no furniture. So when the pandemic hit and we started getting all them checks, I started using the money to like furnish my apartment, pay my rent, stuff like that. I wasn't really doing nothing crazy with my money, but I wasn't really using it wisely either, because had I been smart, I would have used that money to help me kickstart my business, but whatever. Oh Lord, my mind sometimes. And the crazy thing is, like, in that time, I was like praying, like, oh, I just want to win the lottery. Like, if I win the lottery, I'm gonna do this, and that with my money. And it's so funny, like, how you gonna win the lottery and you ain't even doing right with the money that you're getting right now? Like, what are you gonna do with your money? Nothing. Are you gonna work anymore? Probably not. So no, I'm not gonna give you $1 million. Like, that's me being God telling y'all what he told me. But yeah, no. So in September, back to my story. In September, they cut my unemployment, and so I wasn't having any money coming in. Like, they just cut it out of nowhere. I still had money showing, like about maybe $3,000 more, and so my plan was to go ahead and start like figuring out what I was going to do, because I knew that that money wasn't going to last forever, and wasn't able to get around to that. So I started back driving Lyft, and then in December I got sick. Thought I had COVID, so I couldn't go anywhere, had to wait for test results, found out I didn't even have COVID. And so that was like 2 weeks of just sitting and not making no money. And so in January, I ended up switching apartments. Like, I stay in the same complex, but I switched apartments. And because I didn't have any money coming in really in December, it just made me so behind on everything. So literally from January up until April of this year, I drove every single day. Like, out of those months, I probably stopped driving for a total of like maybe 5 days. Like, that's how many days off I had in 4 months, 5 days. And so I was just driving, trying to, like, you know, keep my bills up. And even like, look at this. So in January and February, I got 2 eviction notices. Now, the reason that that's on the wall is because that is like my motivation. I will never get one of these again. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. That's why I'm working so hard, because if you know what it's like to struggle, don't mind the mess. If you know what it's like to struggle, then you understand it's not fun. Like, there's nothing fun about struggling. Man, the light in this apartment sucks. That's the only thing. I miss my other apartment because the sun just used to shine through. But yeah, struggling is not fun. And so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. And, you know, I guess I'm just taking y'all on this journey with me. I don't know. I don't really know where this channel is going, but this is just my journey in life right now. And I have a goal that I'm trying to get to by the end of the year. And when I get to that goal, I will share, you know, what that goal is with everybody. But for now, I gotta get back to work. So I'll see you guys on my next video. Have a great one.